we're going to bring it to you today's game. So Cleveland will Freak, and Love has it in the corner. Cleveland moving the ball around. Points up on the board here for the Cavs. Well, we all know that Freak changed sides recently, but it's team. But I think he's okay with it.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, he knows there are going to be some rough spots and a bit of a learning curve, but eventually things look strong.
On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Freak is out there with Matthew Dellavedova, and it's Verjao in at the 5 down low. And he makes both free throws.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
LeBron passes to Freak. Out to the right wing. And Verjao kicks to Dellavedova. Fires from the wing. Good on the jump shot. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Now here's Conley. And the loss to the Pistons the other night definitely was not himself. Here's Randolph. Gasol trying to free himself up. Tips it, but no good. Dellavedova dishes to James. It's a pick by Love. Conley against LeBron. Freak sets a screen for James. Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. Hits the front of the rim and out. Stolen by Verjao.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he...
It's good. The assist that time for Menace. Gasol's got his first basket of the night.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And that one's good. Love.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And the Grizzlies with possession. It's a three-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Grizzlies shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Love with the screen on Conley. Dellavedova, the pass to Love. From 13, that's good.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. To the right side. Shot clock at 6. Here's Randolph. Makes it off the glass. Randolph's got 5 points so far.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
And it's Love missing.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Conley with a wide open look, and the shot falls short this time. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Dellavedova kicks to Love. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. 6 points for Kevin Love.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Conley with it. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Dave Yeager. Doris, what do you have to say?
The one player on his mind in this matchup, Kevin Love. And it's not for his scoring ability, but for the harm he can do to a team on the backboards. You saw what he can do to teams if he goes unchecked, Coach said. We don't want to let him get up and get over 20 or 30 rebounds on us. And to do that, we got to check him out each time a shot goes up. Guys, easier said than done.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Again, Conley missing.
Well, that's a vast on.
3 for Cleveland.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Some changes for Memphis. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Gasol. Wright comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Chalmers in. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Marc Gasol's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Lee comes in for Brandon Wright. Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Ennis. And it's Lee in for Mike Conley. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. J.R. Smith out there with Freak. And it's Blatch in at the 5. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Chalmers against Smith, and Chalmers kicks to Lee. No good on the triple.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Smith against Chalmers. Back to Lee. Lee with another miss.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Smith dishes to Freak. On the wing, James. Kicks to Freak. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on David Lee.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth from.
And both free throws good from Freak. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's Love, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Mario Chalmers picks one up.
What a great game for Love in this. He has 9 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
He's not afraid to mix it up there in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work.
Both free throws good from Love. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Chalmers passes to Lee. Dishes it to Randolph. 6 on the shot clock. Lee kicks to Chalmers. They can't stop the run with that one. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Freak with it. He's picked up by Lee. Smith outside. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Freak. And he goes in for the dunk.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Anderson Varejao checked in for the Cavaliers.
Anderson Varejao.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. Lee kicks to Chalmers. Lee, a screen on Smith. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Picked by Randolph. Pass to Chalmers. A baseline J. And he overshot that one, missing.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And Memphis making a change here. Ennis is checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Dellavedova's checked in. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs put forth a nice effort. He had 6 points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
Pass to Ennis. Feeds to Randolph. The 19-foot shot. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Spurs in San Antonio.
And really lucky that they weren't blown out in that game, because I just thought the effort was lacking.
They just couldn't hit on anything that worked for them, no matter what approach they used.
Gasol setting the pick for Chalmers. Here's the 3. That's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
LeBron dishes to Freak. A beautiful reverse layup. Freak's got 12.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Randolph a screen. And Chalmers kicks to Gasol.
That's the wall.
Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And, Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. And here is Chalmers. Last game he had 13. From deep three-point range, that misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so we conclude the first half. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 14. And now we'll say...
Thank you, Kevin. It seemed...
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Approach of that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
And mostly he's been getting to the line, guys. I mean, he has the free throw total to show for it, as well as the bumps and bruises.
A lot of defense with Conley and Lee in the backcourt. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle, and it's Ennis in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Shot clock at 3. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. 7 points for Mike Conley.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen. Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Okay now, Conley.
To the middle.
That's the wall.
No good from Gasol.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Gasol. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's averaging 19 points per game, 9 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. and he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
And when you look at those rebounds, they have a cumulative effect on the opponent. His effort wears them down physically and mentally.
And both free throws good from Freak. The Grizzlies trail by 14. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Conley, the pass to Ennis. Lee outside. Tries it from the top of the key. Offensive rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Here's Dellavedova. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Freak. Rejected by Gasol. And now here comes Conley leading the break. And Ennis slams it in.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Cavaliers timeout. All right, Memphis, you got your Grizz girls on the court. Give them a nice round of applause.
Some changes for Memphis. Zeller comes in for Marc Gasol. 1:05 left to play in the third. It's tipped. LeBron against Randolph. Here's Freak. No good. And Memphis the other way now. Here's Chalmers. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Stolen by Thompson. For the finish. Goes up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Now Conley. He kicks it to Gasol. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That free throw good from Gasol. Well, through 3 quarters of play. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Cavaliers leading by 16. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. The forwards are LeBron and Thompson. Freak is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Verajao in at the 5, roaming the paint. Conley kicks to Chalmers. Randolph in the posts. He's covered by Thompson. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Shooting for Memphis.
We've seen Randolph playing a good game here. He has 9 points and also a block shot. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has
impacted in for Randolph. Lee comes in for James Ennis. And it's Chalmers in for Courtney Lee. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Freaks checked in for Iman Shumpert. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Ennis, he's checked in for Memphis. Lee comes in for Michael Conley.
Courtney Lee.
Dellavedova kicks to Freak. Doubled by Lee. Freak with it. Now right defending. And so here's Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 11. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
And that helps, Clark. They've gotten extra trips to the foul line, and they need that to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Zach Randolph is checked in for Wright.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Freak with it. Guarded now by Randolph. Pass to Dellavedova. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And the Cavaliers lead by 11. Here's Gasol, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
LeBron wishes to Freak. Back to James. He kicks it to Bergeron, and he gets the bucket.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
Memphis has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Gasol setting the pick for Chalmers. It's tipped. LeBron outside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
1:03 left in the fourth quarter of this one. That's good. Gasol's got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
And there's the feed to Bergeron. Now, here's Chalmers. Not a lot of room. Lead. No luck. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Freak with it. Guarded now by Randolph. For 3. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Freak.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed.
Incline. Stolen by Randolph. And even 3-on-3 break. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Knocks down the 10-footer. 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Dellavedova, the pass to LeBron. To the middle. Here's Freak. Misses the layup.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all.
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Love. Tonight we saw all the reasons why he's been an established presence in this league for as long as he has. Clutch play from a great veteran.
His play tonight, Ernie, was finally a bright spot for them because, you know, they...
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. And on the topic of Dirk Nowitzki, so many great moments for him throughout his career and, of course, the title. Where is he, Shaq, in your mind, on the all-time power forward list?
Well, he's certainly the best European player to ever play the game, him and Petrovic. He's top 7 in career scoring of any player. I'm impressed that he started off like a non-superstar. First 3 years had trouble, and then he just emerged out of nowhere. Been to the finals.
The Mavericks look to take charge at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, and we're going to bring it to you live. For the Cavaliers, this is the last game before heading back to Cleveland. So Cleveland will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, Love and Verjao are up front. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Freak, and it's LeBron in at the 3 set. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Outside Williams. Outside Matthews. Pass to Nowitzki with the fadeaway. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the 3-point attempt by Wesley Matthews. Dellavedova dishes to Freak. Down low. Here's Verjao. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
There's the pick. Williams attacking. Can't make good off the screen.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Here's Anderson, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
Dellavedova kicks to Freak. Changes up. And Pachulia pulls it down.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Well, that's a great pass by Darren Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. Taking a look at the Clippers. They've been in peak form as we've watched them basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, there's Dallas, 5.5 games behind.
And when I look at Dallas, they've played some good basketball this year. They have to consider this season to be a success in terms of where they are at this point.
Well, they ought to. I mean, I wasn't sure they were going to be able to do a lot of damage coming into the year. But I'm a believer now.
Here's Freak. After Wesley Matthews' score, Freak passes to Love. Clock is at 3. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
There's the steal. Dellavedova dishes to Freak. Love outside. James kicks to Love. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Anderson outside. Back to Matthews. 6 to shoot. Shot off the screen, and another basket for Dallas.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Dellavedova, the pass to Freak. kicks it to Dellavedova. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.